again. Sengun and Kyle Filipowski step to the center circle. Filipowski. Durant bounces off to Smith. Smith for three. They do shoot them well. They're top 10. Here goes Markkanen. Markkanen gets 2 feet in the paint. All that length. He'll shovel off by Cody Williams. As Williams
lays the 6'10" as well. You saw that length on defense.
That pass got the
hands for the Jazz.
Oh, you talk about all that length. Jazz fans have to
get there in transition, mark it in. So right now,
the season, he'll return next season. You know, you have 6'11", Kyle Filipowski.
Love to see how the game has evolved.
As Evan Mobley and Jared Allen were the 4 and 5.
Saw a lot of that.
Quick hands by Isaiah Collier. Collier looks it up. He got fouled from
second in the NBA and assist in the
break. And in fact, in the 5 games before the All-Star, back it goes to Smith. Good ball movement east-west by the Rockets, results in a Kevin Durant now on the bounce. Works on Williams, finds Sengun. Collier makes the 3, got Durant in the air. Collier.
Yeah, he's met with Will Hardy, and he referenced Tony Parker. Hey, playing off of 2 feet, and that was something that Isaiah.
We see the pressure again by the Jazz. A steal. Bailey has jumped on the Rockets. They forced 5 early miscues. Here are the
values of the basketball.
Sengun draws a double. Smith with a 3. Get away. Durant has his head up. Lead a pass to Thompson. Now to Smith.
Some earlier.
Markkanen. Off it goes to Filipowski. Filipowski.
You know.
Thompson. A little practical joke. Thompson.
Known for his defense. Was all defense last year in the NBA.
With 2 fouls. Shot clock winds to 1. Collier fades away. Again, he'll throw on the brakes. Dump back to Smith. Smith's been hot early. And a start for Jabari Smith. 11 quick points as Thompson tears to the basket. Collier works in towards Smith. Shovels back to Filipowski. Filipowski has checked in for the visitors as Durant fires. He's got Markkanen. Works his way to the foul line. Had it knocked away. Up ahead it goes to Durant's coming off a 30-point performance 2 nights ago against the Knicks.
A lot of resistance the last few minutes on this side of the court.
The Smith Durant again. Durant to reach Shepard. Shepard has the Conchar. Love steps back. Finney Smith. Big free agent pickup by the Rocket Rant. Smith has the hot hand. Not that foul. Got to look there at his best 3+ seasons playing for Will Hardy.
It's Markkanen here in Utah.
Sengun with all that size sets up Finney.
Better top player to have than Lowry. His character, who he is as a person. Need for me. We talked about the young players. He really just spoke so.
You know, was an all-star, was an elite player in Utah.
Sengun finds a cutter.
Read from both Thompson and Sengun.
Shepard got it. Continue to be a force for years to come. 1:25 to go here in the first quarter. Thompson cuts again. Williams with the body into Shepard. Back to McKyler. Capella inside. Capella floats it up. That does it
for the Rockets.
Bryce Sensabaugh with the offensive rebound. Dishes back. As we mentioned earlier, 27 points tonight. Here, back it goes to Durant. Durant's open. Hey! Bounces inside to Conchar. That was read by Eason.
Other for the 3rd time this regular season says it is still.
Goon. Talk more about Kevin as tonight unfolds. Of a second offensive rebound on this possession. Markkanen puts it on the floor. Throws a shoulder into Shepard.
Or the defensive possession by getting the rebound.
Sensabaugh, the Ohio State alum, back to Markkanen. Markkanen trying to
feel a little body.
Guard duty with Fred VanVleet. He was new for this Rocket Club. Sensabaugh down the lane off the Love feed. Opening into the corner it goes. Wide open Williams and shovel back to Love. Love with a pump fake. Got Sengun in the air. Hey!
The tank.
Sengun. Cody with a good defensive play. Knocked it away from Sensabaugh. And Collier works his way inside. Goes to the left hand. Shepard will find Eason. Eason drives, double clutches. Love 21 years of age to Sensabaugh. Clean pass finds Durant. Durant deals off to Eason. Eason. Ball works in toward Shepard. He lost the ball, but he gets it back. Sensabaugh floats it up and in. Smith crossed over Filipowski. Smith with the rejection. Kogi slashes, reverses, and answered with a 2 run of their own on the other side of the break.
How about the season he's having for Utah?
He underwent surgery, removed a growth in his knee.
Efficient KD.
Collier float. Utah split a pair. Bailey was able to disrupt it.
Defensively, Houston getting whatever they want.
Collier floats it. So many people are excited to see Jaren Jackson. That ball.
Talk about their ability with that length to get a different look defensively.
Takes that out of the air. Thompson and Durant play catch. And then takes it. comes to Filipowski.
And make him shoot over length with the short clock.
Speaking of length, Filipowski with a standstill three. Sabaw does. Marketing on the weak side. Eason to the elbow. Smith inside. Run. Rockets continue to attack, and this time it's Eason. 16 All-Star selections, 4 scoring.
In facilitator mode with 8 assists as well. Payne with the way he plays and the way he takes care of his body. And rarefied air.
Filipowski muscles his
Here, there's a little walk by Shingo.
hands off to Bailey. Bailey from the top of the key. Bounce back as that pass was picked off by Filipowski. He'll send it ahead to Collier. Şengün back to Smith. Durant plays through Markkanen. It's an 18 disappointing loss at Madison Square Garden. Monday night as Ace Bailey works on Smith. He pulls up from the mid-range. There's a perfect 5 of 5 from the field. Şengün has been a hub. Rescues, finds Markkanen for a long-range 3. The rim's out. Bailey's knocked away. Collier to the rim. He got grabbed.
But he is played well. Third youngest starter. Cooper Flag.
Just grow and thrive these last couple weeks, almost 2 months.
No question. Thank you, Ashley. As Thompson twirls inside, he goes to the left.
When Ime got the head coaching job in Boston, Will was one of his first calls. He was get as far as he did. He said that time influenced him as a coach more than Ime.
Said it as Collier takes the long lead pass. Can't get it to go, but Bailey.
Two great young coaches.
Durant 10 points and 10 big assists. If you're just joining us, as Markkanen defended. Eason finds Thompson. Thompson leaks out. 24 points via the fast break. Markkanen's wide open, and your tip on it. There's Collier once again. Smith took a bump from Markkanen. Now it's Eason. Eason with a quick trigger. Had to be. Works in on Collier. Twists, fires, can't get the roll.
Habits, the necessary habits for success. So,
weary as they are in March, and the Rockets hope they're trending in the right direction.
Fourth seed in the West, they haven't played great.
There's been a couple of major injuries. Unfortunately, have been a huge minicamp in the Bahamas. Tore his ACL. As other blow, Steven Adams would miss the remainder of this season as trots Kevin Durant. Durant pulls up. Hey, he's got it.
Kevin Durant's out there, but you got a lot of young faces, a lot of young.
Used to go way back. Will Hardy was Ime who'd
Play at half court.
sets a terrific ball movement in transition. There's a big Capella inside. Tipped by Konchar, rescued by Mikhailiuk. Back to Sensabaugh, who's got over the joint here tonight. 28 biggest. Collier once again works his way.
Collier just getting to his spot.
Speaking of, he'll find the cutter in Konchar, who sweeps one off for a 3 that's short. Smith over Love. Eason tips it. Love goes off the Sensabaugh, who cuts it for Sensabaugh. Saw that rebound by Eason. The Rockets,
and they average 18 second chance points per game. Second.
They did dominate the Knicks on the boards. They were a plus 15. Wanders in towards Sensabaugh. Tried to draw a foul. Comes back to Shepherd. Close in on the final minute of the third. Sensabaugh down the lane. Love squares up. Extra pass into the corner. Sensabaugh. Thompson with the rejection on the Sensabaugh effort. He'll go all the way. 8 of 8 from the field. Shepherd long.
Just a nice spurt to the rim. Look, he's not a shooter. He's not a three-point shooter. He does what he does.
3-1 slot after, yes. Twin brother, or Amen, I should say, has been the Sixers' Tyrese Maxey. Thompson and
well, most of those guys are young, but the fact that Kevin Durant, age of 37,
became the first male athlete to wait out of the poor woman next to me. So it's a responsibility. I owe you beverages way back. What a phenomenal job.
Nothing like it. Said for USA Basketball, their tradition, all the greats that have been a part of it, said it was but to be sitting in a coach's meeting with Coach Popovich, Steve Kerr, Jeff.
Yes, I can, and certainly as you saw that picture, Ashley, respective teams out west, but what a great experience for Will Hardy to be around.
Ball right here in Houston. His mom played as well. I asked, as I said, I mean, you have an Olympic
baseline, deals back to Harkless. Harkless explodes down the lane, ran into traffic, pulls it in, and Harkless is still shaking off the cobweb.
It could be dangerous.
Sensabaugh works on Durant, steps out, comes Konchar, a lob to Love, Love in the mismatch inside.
Through it all, brings a lot to the table.
At some point, step into that point guard spot. Şengün for 3, that's rebound making ability.
Yeah. It really has been by committee, as you mentioned earlier.
Tips and trap by Love. Love snaps an outlet pass to Markkanen. It's Markkanen.
Some bigs who can do so much on the floor.
Eason 6'8", and the springy Thompson is the shortest. It's for three. Eason tracked down the long rebound, almost a sense of Eason. Started to say you have a feeling that the Jazz might be one of them of two, so those Jazz have the ball back there. Sends the ball, fades away. His can reflect the personality of their head coach, as Smith works his way.
Is vitally important. And then I think it's the character of the guys. You know, these guys are still trying to
Lost the basketball. It's tracked down by Conchar, who pokes it to Harkless. Harkless puts it up in time by rule. If there's more than 0.3 seconds, you can catch and shoot. George has just a load of promise. Averaging 24 points. George and Markman really have fostered a relationship, and actually you have more.
Yeah, and they're a group as we speak to go there again this summer. But 4 or 5 of the guys are...
No question. Culture isn't just a word when you're talking about
in the season. You know, you build that trust, and you can build
chemistry being essential as Sengun tries to bully his way down the line.
each other. It's a long season. You spend an incredible amount of time. Kind of like broadcasters, you know, we respect each other, you know.
Indeed. Back it goes to Collier. Collier he's ready. There it is. Rebounded by...
He's open. Get him the ball. That's a high percentage shot.
Ime Udoka has emptied his bench. Holiday in his 18th season. Collier fires a three. 2 years after they began their NBA careers with the Sonics/Thunder.
Talk about that after the game.
Holiday, its 07 draft went from 5 to 1. Jeff Green at 1 overall, and incredibly 4 of the 5 are
The excellence, the professionalism, the
conference. Here this evening for the Rockets as a step back jumper by
inflating. You have a performance like that and you lose.
The Jazz were led by Lowry Markkanen. He goes for 20.
These two guys right here, great friends, great respect.